Mesachas Pesachim daf ayin. The Gemara says the chagigat aboim Pesach is necheles tchila, in order that the korban Pesach should be nechel al hasova. Taisis over here says that the reason why it's necheles al hasova, it brings from Yerushalmi, it's Drabanan, and because he shouldn't be over on the Isser of Shviras Etzem. Since you have a lot to eat, you won't be over on Shviras Etzem. Ein Taisis Lav Kovchov that says a different pshat that the Yisoid is because that you shouldn't go out Mishulchan Rabbi Kshuhu Rav. You shouldn't leave Shulchan Rabbi when you're hungry. That's why there's halacha you have to eat the korban Pesach al hasova. Ein the Biskurov Menachos Dav Chav Aleph, and brought in the Chaim stencils over here, they asked a tremendous kasha on Shitas Rambam. That the Rambam writes that the halacha of al hasova is halacha in all korbanos. It's not specifically in korban Pesach. So he asked, if that's the case, then what are you gaining by having the chagigat first and afterwards the korban Pesach? The chagigat itself, since it's a korban, it has to be nechel al hasova. And he asked another kasha according to Ben Tema that says even the chagigat has halacha of Shviras Etzem, so it's and according to Shitas Taisis, that the reason why there's halacha of nechel al hasova is she shouldn't come to Shviras Etzem, so it's tzorchin. The chagigat as well has the issa of Shviras Etzem. So Biskurov explains that there's halacha by shar korbanos that it has to be nechel al hasova is only on achilas koyanim, that's a mitzvah, only by kochim that's a chiv mitzvah on the koyanim to eat the korban. However, kochim kalim, since there's no mitzvah b'achilosam, so therefore there's no halacha mitzad the din of all korbanos to be nechel al hasova. That's why you need a specific halacha by korban Pesach. And b'emes it's tzorchian by korban Pesach. There is a chiyuv and there's a mitzvah on the gavra to eat the korban. So what do you need? A specific limud, like you should bring from Mechilta, that is din by korban Pesach. The halacha has to be nechel al hasova according to Taisis because of Shviras Etzem. Typically, since it's a mitzvah, even by a zor to eat the korban Pesach, so therefore it should be like the achila koyin and by other korbanos. So Ein the Yad Levi, there's Meirich to answer this kasha, and he says two mahalchim. First of all, he says even though there's a mitzvah gemura for Yisrael to eat the korban Pesach, but it's choluk the mitzvah achilas korban Pesach, then the mitzvah of achilas kochim. Mitzvah achilas kochim is mishulchan gavoy kozachu. Since you're getting mishulchan gavoy kozachu, so therefore it pertains the sort of taste of kavchav that's not respectful to leave shulchan rabbi kushurav. However, by korban Pesach, even though it's a mitzvah to be eaten, it's not mishulchan gavoy kozachu, so therefore it's not considered that you're leaving shulchan rabbi kushurav. So therefore you need a specific halacha by korban Pesach. Then he says another answer. The be'emes he brings from his father Sholem Shechter Shlita in the Sefer that Sholem al Torah, that he brings from Rebberal. There's Medaik and Rashi before Naf Samach Tesam Beis that says the halacha of necheles al hasova is a halacha in the Gemara Achila, that the Gemara Achila, when you finish eating, it has to be al hasova. It's mashma that not every bite has to be al hasova. When you finish eating, it has to be al hasova. However, he says that you could say that's specifically by other korbanos. The whole halacha is the Gemar Achila has to be al hasova, like the Svar of Tosis and Daf Chav Ches, they have to leave Shulchan Rabbi Seveya. However, the korban Pesach, there's a din mesuyim that kol Achila v'Achila has to be an necheles al hasova. So therefore, you have to eat the chagigat first and afterwards the korban Pesach, like Tosis over here because Shviras Etzem, or like the Mechilta, it's kosim necheles in korban Pesach that kol achila v'achila has to be necheles al hasova. So according to that, Miyoshev Heitiv, Biskrov's kasha, how can you eat the chagigat before the korban Pesach? Because the chagigat doesn't have halacha in every ma'isa achila. It's only halacha in the Gemara achila has to be necheles al hasova. Ayin oid ba'il ramah on daf ayin and daf kufchav mashe kasavnu oid b'zeh. Moving further on, the Gemara in Beis says an interesting story that Yehuda ben Tudoi Pirish Hu B'nai L'Darim, because he held that a chagiga is deiches Shabbos, so therefore he went L'Darim not to be mechuyev in chagiga, and it's mashma also not in korban Pesach. Ein Sefer Me'el Olam, that's matmi on this Gemara. How could it be that he went and was merachim himself from a mitzvah, although he couldn't bring the chagigat, because although he held he has to bring a korban chagigat on Shabbos, however the koyanim in the Beis Hamikdash won't allow him because the chacham disagree with him. But at least the korban Pesach will come and bring it. He'll be able to bring the korban Pesach and mechuyev al diyah l'regel. So how is he able to pater himself from the chiyuv? Ein the Chazon Ish that explains the Gemara over here, saying that he went l'migdar milsa. He held that he has to make a statement to show that the halacha is that korban chagigat is the Shabbos, and therefore l'migdar milsa he went l'dor. When he discusses the sheet of Tosis Daf Gimel that says that in Bnei Chutz La'aretz and Amuchuyev and Lila Regel, he brings a raya from the Gemara over here that he went to Chutz La'aretz, he wasn't Mechuyev in necheles in Korban Pesach, he wasn't Mechuyev in Lila Regel. But the Minchas Chinuch asked that although you parted from Chiyuv Koris, if you at the time of the Korban Pesach you were in Chutz La'aretz, B'hamir there's a Chiyuv, there's a mitzvah, l'skariv to come close to the Chiyuv, like we mentioned the Shin of Tzamach Tes. The Tzorichin Oibezeh Ein Chodesh also explains like the Minchas Chinuch. Ein Dvar Shmuel and Medur Basra, that he says that although at the time, the first day Yontif, he didn't come to Mechayiv and Korban Pesach, Bohemias at the end of Yontif he came to Aliyah Regel. So we wrote down from the Sefer Tirish V'Yitzar that says V'emes, you could debate by every mitzvah, is there an obligation before the Zman Chiyuvo to get yourself ready for the mitzvah, like we discussed in Samach Tes. And he says, V'emes, you could bring a right from Al Gemara. The fact that he had a right to go l'dorim in a situation that he was at Chutz La'aretz or B'derech Chagigat, that he wasn't mechuyev in Korban Pesach, you see that before it's Moti Zman Chiyuvo, you're not obligated in the mitzvah. And he wants to bring a right from this to a Shaila. What happens if you have a baby that's born and it needs an operation, emergency operation before the Zman of Bris Milah? Could you do the operation before the Zman Milah? And with that, you'll be parted from the mitzvah Milah B'Zmana. Or you say that even before the 8th day, this Ram Yachiv Milah, and you can't be doichet. And he just wants to bring a right from this Gemara that you see over here, that before the Zman Chiv, it's not Ram Yachiv on you. He brings Avnei Nezer that held for a different reason in the case of a tinnik shenil that needs an operation. You could do the operation before, because since it's necessary medically to do the operation, not to do the operation is like more than a choimish. You only mechuyev up to a choimish nechasav for mitzvahs as saying, and not to do the operation is like being mevazav, is more than the choimish. Ayin oid Rashi and Samach Tes, that's mashma, there's no chiyuv before the Zman Chiyuv, and Minchas Chinuch is matmi on that. Moving further on, Taisus is Meirich, that's mashma only according to Ben Tedoi, chagigas Yidala was Deicha Shabbos. However, according to Ben Tema, even though chagigas Yidala is you mechuyev, it's still not Deicha Shabbos. And Taisus asks that Tzorchim, why not? It's mashma in Mari 4 that if you would, it would be a chiyuv, it would be Deicha Shabbos. And why is it that according to Ben Tema, the chagigas Yidal is not Deicha Shabbos? I in the Sefer Divrei Eliezer that explains that there's two different approaches to understand the obligation of the chiyuv chagigas Yidalit. Is it a michidin chiyuv diyontif, like it's a chiyuv machmas a regel, and the Zman's mechayiv, or it's halacha as part of the chiyuv of the Korban Pesach? And he says enough kamina, because if the yomtiv is mechayiv it, so it's like b'moyadoi, that's doiche Shabbos, the same way other chiyuvim that b'moyadoi, the ikar zman is b'moyadoi, that's doiche Shabbos. However, if the ikar zman is just, if the ikar din is just to be part of the Korban Pesach, and it's Iker Dina is not to be brought today, then it wouldn't be Deicha Shabbos. He says, according to Ben Tema, that's Mvur in the Maram and Aleph, that the chagigas Yidal that has halacha of Korban Pesach, it's nechel only Yom V'Layla, it's necheles B'tzli, and has halacha of Shviras Etzem. You see that it has halacha milasa the Korban Pesach, so therefore, since its din is not to be brought today, it won't be Deicha Shabbos. Ein Dvar Shmuel that says another nafkamina is if you don't have a Korban Pesach, you bring a Korban Chagiga. If it's midlesa the Korban Pesach, you won't bring a Korban Chagiga. Ein Oid the Sefer Masas Moshe Moshe Chavroini, that's Meirich and the Chakira, and what the geder of chagiga is it milas the korban Pesach? Says nafkamina is if you bring it on Pesach Sheni. If it's a din in korban Pesach, so the same in Pesach Rishon has a chagiga who in Pesach Sheni, but if it's mitzad the Yom Tov, then on Pesach Sheni does not have a korban chagiga of ayin sham.